Here we are, round 3 versus ZombieNeko, who at the time I didn't even realize he was 5-0 this week, so his deck must be quite strong. I know I've played him like twice before, and I think I've beaten him both times. He had some sort of a very strong ally synergy Abzan deck, so we'll see if any of that changed. He chose to play first. Oh yeah, I remember he had like Vampire, or maybe he had like a Mardu ally deck, something like that. I just remember Vampire Envoy and Teetering Peaks. Let's see what he's got here. Yeah, we were talking about, we both did Shadows of Innistrad pre-releases, which is super fun. Alright, he plays blue now. A little different than before. Prophetic Prism, one of my best draw steps. And I do draw a 2-drop, which I'm fine with playing. Here, attacking with a 2-2 could mean he has something like Puncturing Light or a Pump Spell, but he's on the play, I'm on the defensive. I don't really care about my creature. It could trade with his 1-2. I just don't want him to gain life with this 2-2. He's happy enough to trade it off, and doesn't have a creature. It makes me think he might have a counter spell, but I don't know. So I play my own Wave Watch and level it up, see if that does anything. He plays Ghostly Sentinel, very good card. Looks like he's playing Esper now. Maybe Esper Flyers with some allies. I'll definitely Touch of the Void and level up my guy over Complete Disregard. Complete Disregard can kill harder to kill creatures than that. 3/4s and better and the like. He just got Mono Tempest Owl. I've got Battle Herda. And I'm getting pecked away in the air. He's got Core Skyfisher, picked up Tempest Owl, played Dawnglare Invoker. Okay. Well, I think I use this Tar Snare on Dawnglare Invoker. Probably the most common target that my Tar Snare has had, because Heat Ray can kill, again, so much better creatures. So I play a 3-drop and then level up, so getting bashed in the air. Tempest Owl is back. He's got Gideon's Reproach, which I think I'm fine with him using here, because now he has 0 cards in hand, and eventually my Wavewing Elemental should be able to win the game if I can draw a land, so I just need to not die. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to kill his Coiler Skyfisher and level up. And now I can eventually trade 2 for 6, which I do right here. Hopefully he doesn't have like, a sheer drop or something to play another creature. So now I can bash for 9, he can bash for 2. So I'm way ahead in this race. He should probably stop attacking. He's got Induced Despair, revealing Bajuka Brigand, another creature that can't block. Okay. I don't think Induced Despair is that good. It's just so conditional. I don't think this Brigand card's that good either. Like, that's what happens, these ally synergy decks. He's only drawn 2 allies this whole game out of 15 cards. Maybe that's a bad draw for him. Maybe he's just getting kind of unlucky. But here I get to put him to 5, and I have lethal in play, and he has no cards in hand, so I basically just have to survive the turn. So I think I quite clearly just kill his guy with Heat Ray. And I could play a Tightening Coils, but I don't think I need to. And he just concedes on the next turn. So, on to game 2. This hand looks pretty great. Always want to see that Prophetic Prism in your opener. Yep, lets my white card be online. Do you have a 2-drop? Yep, I do War Cleric. Not a big deal. I will play... I don't know. I probably should play my Halimar Wave Watch and block. But I don't. I figure it's not worth the risk. I can take a little bit of damage. Ooh, Core Shrieker. Alright, I think I'm just going to Touch the Void that. Kill it. That allows me to play my Courier Griffin, which should be able to stop his 2-2. And his 2-2 flyer, but he does pick up that Sandstorm Bridge. So Yeah, no matter how I slice it, I'm going to be taking 3 damage this turn. Now, if he attacks with his 2/2, he should have probably attacked with his 2/2. I don't know if I can block it. I probably would, though. And then he would just bin his creature if he didn't have anything. But when you're playing against a good player, this is the dance that you do. His creature's getting no value unless he plays another ally where he can gain life. You know? And the way my hand works, though, maybe I block, and the reasoning is if he has a pump spell or a Gideon's Approach he could have, maybe I don't want him using my Gideon's Approach on a different card. You know? So, like I certainly have creatures that are better in my deck than a 2/3 fire. What the heck? Oh. Well, I can see why he didn't attack now. He needed this for red mana to kill it with Touch of the Void. So, that makes sense, I guess. So, here I'll just play out my 4/5. Got his own Prophetic Prism. Hold out Settlement, Dungeon Invoker. This is like basically a mirror match. I am going to kill his Dungeon Invoker and play my own. Now, the reason why I play my own here is because I actually think Halimar Wavewatch is the better win con, because I don't have to spend the mana every single turn afterwards. So if he has removal, I actually want him to use it on this Dunglare Invoker. And he's got Stagger Shock, which wouldn't have killed the Wavewatch anyway. But I'm taking a lot of damage. But this Makindi Aeronaut was actually a perfect draw step. I had to play my land, bash him for 5. Play the Wavewatch, level it up once, and play the Aeronaut. So now I can block everything of his on the ground and in the air, and I'm stable at 6 life. And he can't deal with my 4/5. And in 2 turns, I'm going to be attacking with a 6/6. Oh, maybe not. Now, this is an aggressive play by him. He has 2 cards in hand, and I have none. So, you got to be thinking, he just journeyed to nowhere my worst creature. The problem is, if he journeys my 4/5 or my 0/6, then he still can't get in for any damage. And he's probably, if he takes my 0/6, he's going to lose my 4/5. If he takes my 4/5, I'm going to lose my 0/6 Wavewatch. So, it's just an awkward card for him to have to journey to nowhere. And because I top deck just a much better card. And it looks like he's just chump blocking, but it's not a chump block. He has the post-combat Gideon's Approach again, which I'm happy that I just traded that as a 2-for-1, because now I have a flyer that is just straight better than his, and I level up, which means I'm attacking for 6 next turn. I'm about to make a misplay here, though, potentially. I guess I just attack for 3. I don't make a misplay yet. I play this Courier Griffin, just to pad that life total, and I get to level up one more time. Here's my misplay. I go to level up again. Now I can heat ray for 2 and kill his 4/2. I make my attack, and I fail to realize one small piece of detail information here. He can block. I was like, what? Well, how can he block? I was like, oh, he doesn't have an island in play. I thought my guy was island walking. I thought I was attacking for lethal, and I thought he would have had to have chumped the... Yeah, I just thought he had to have had a spell in hand. So this is a little bit awkward now, because he's only going to 3. He's got Core Hookmaster. Take care of my blocker. And Teetering Peaks. Wow. So if I was at 4, I would have been dead. Whereas if I would have heat rayed his 4-2 blocker, I would have forced him to chump block with this core Skyfisher. So I kind of got bailed out that I made a misplay, a definite misplay. So I just go ahead and heat ray his 2-2 and attack for lethal the next turn. So definite misplay because I failed to realize my guy did not have Island Walk, but didn't get punished. Got super lucky. All right, stay tuned for round 4.